Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Murali from Teaching for Good, and I would like to welcome you back to the 100 Days of Full Stack App Challenge. If you are just getting started, please make sure to watch the introductory video and review the welcome page. And once you get a chance, please review the first week sprint plan document and the video as well. That will give you a good context of what we will be working on in the first week. And today is officially the day 2 of the challenge, and we are in the first weekly sprint as part of the challenge. As I promised that I will be building a SaaS product as part of the challenge, and will walk you through the entire process using that as a case study. So let's go ahead and review day 2 of the challenge in the context of that case study. Sprint 1, day 2. Hope you were able to finish everything slated on the first day. And if you're not yet, don't need to panic yet. Please take some time, pace off yourself, and finish day 1, and then come back to review the day 2 part of the challenge. And as part of the exploration, we would like to look for any solutions that are out there that are very similar to the product or service that we would like to build in the problem area. There could be exactly same thought process or very similar to what we are thinking about, or even in the same line of thought, in the same problem area. We would like to explore and figure out what they are and how are they doing, and identify some opportunities to differentiate ourselves and kind of assess ourselves if something is already out there that exactly matches with our thought process. Should we even go forward or think about something else? So that's kind of the essence of this part. And most occasions, based on the problem area and your understanding of the context, you may be able to find lots of differentiating opportunities to move forward. But in case if you don't, it's perfectly fine to go to step number 1 and come back with a new product or a new service idea, or new problem area, and repeat this process as well. And as I mentioned before, there is no guarantee that we start with this problem and we end up building the final product addressing the same problem. We maybe keep iterating, and sometimes pivoting to a completely new problem, a new solution as well. So don't worry too much about it at the moment. So in the context of the case study, which I mentioned that we'll be working in the area of accessibility. So we started looking for any kind of solutions that match what we were trying to do in terms of our thought process. And we did find few similar solutions in the marketplace. And I included 4 of those links here. And some of them are really, really close to the very high level outline of what that product or service look like. And the idea is to, when you find those solutions, existing solutions, please go ahead and review them, play with them. If they have a trial option, for example, sign up, actually try the product to see how it is done and whether it is solving the problem that you are thinking about, or it is a slightly different problem or different angle, for instance. So these tools are a little bit more familiar to me because we have been using some of these tools in other parts of my professional career. So I'm pretty familiar with some of these, but I still went ahead and spent some time to review each one of them again in terms of what is being offered to the customers, what is the pricing plan look like, what are the features look like, and where is their core focus look like, for instance. And a couple of these are commercial products, and a couple of them are completely open source and free to use. So we can actually look at those aspects as well, and then see what would be our offer look like for our product or service as well. So, and in addition to the four solutions that are very similar in nature in the marketplace, we also found out another solution from Mozilla. This is called Observatory. This is not exactly solving the accessibility problem, but it's in the context of security and particularly the content security, for instance. But there is something interesting about how they're approaching this problem. So I included this as well. And if you're interested about accessibility in general, go ahead and review these tools as well as the Mozilla Observatory as well. You get lots of ideas on, in this specific context of the problem space, how everybody else is approaching it. So then the next question is, after reviewing all these four different solutions and another solution that is similar, but not exactly in the same problem space, the next question we should ask ourselves is, do we have a differentiator that is good enough to allow us to move forward, or we want to go back to the drawing table and think about a different problem or a different angle to the problem that we would like to solve? And after reviewing these existing solutions, which are really solid and they have been around for a while, there are a couple of things I think we can still do very, very differently. First one is, of course, a scorecard approach, which will make it easy for a business owner, a product manager, or a product owner, and any other users that are not necessarily technical enough, but have the context and responsibility to make sure the website or the web application is accessible to all users. And there is one more much bigger opportunity and aspect is most of these solutions in the context of automation, for example, to be able to include as part of your CI/CD pipeline, these are severely limited in the context of modern web applications like SPAS, Angular, React, Vue, for instance. These are good for websites and pages that are rendered already or static websites, but not necessarily for the model web applications in the context of automation and CI/CD. Some of these tools do have browser plugins, browser extensions, which means in the context of an SPA or in the context of a complex front-end application, you will still be able to use these extensions to manually verify, but not in the context of automated way, plus CI/CD. These tools, existing solutions, are severely limited to be able to help to work with modern web applications. And as if you have worked with modern web apps or used modern web apps like SPAS, there are lots of elements and content will be revealed as user starts interacting with web application. So which means if you want to make sure that everything is accessible, even those new elements added, elements hidden, elements revealed, or page navigations within the app, for example, all those aspects. And at each and every user interaction, we want to make sure that those elements that are displayed on the page, the navigations, the access of the APIs to fetch the data, and all those interactions are all accessible as well. And this is the crux of modern web app. And I do see existing tooling is severely limited to help us automate this process and include accessibility as part of CI/CD process to shift left and automate. So I think that's a huge opportunity. So it is worth at the moment to continue to explore and start building a possible solution, and it will be a key differentiator. So we have enough key differentiators to take this idea to the next step. So in summary, though there are few solid options already available, and I think there is enough room for us to innovate in the problem space and specifically address these modern web apps. So game is on. So that's all for day 2. Bye for now, and I will see you in the next video for day 3. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.